Lord's my shepherd, I'll not want. He makes me lie in pastures green. He leads me by the still waters. His goodness restores my soul. And I will trust, I'll trust in you. Oh, I will trust, I'll trust in you. For your endless mercy follows me. Your goodness will lead me home. He guides my ways in righteousness, and He anoints my head with oil, and my cup it overflows with joy. I feast on His pure delight, and I will trust, I'll trust in you. Oh, I will trust, I'll trust in you. For your endless mercy follows me. Your goodness will lead me home. And though I walk the darkest path, I will not fear the evil one. For you are with me, and your rod and staff are the comfort I need to know. Oh, I will trust, I'll trust in you. And I will trust, I'll trust in you. For your endless mercy follows me. Your goodness will lead me home. Oh, for your endless mercy follows me. Your goodness will lead me home.
Oh, good morning. It's Friday morning.
Morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning to you.
How are you?
I am fine. And you?
Fantastic.
Excellent. It's Friday morning. That means it's chapel time. And I'm here with this man,
Hello.
Mr. Josh, to talk about how God is in control. So, Mr. Josh,
Yes.
what makes you so sure that God is in control in this situation that we're in?
Sure. Things like this have happened all throughout history, right? I mean, there's not been a terrible amount of worldwide pandemics, but there's major historical crisis moments that have happened throughout the world, such as world wars, such as plagues, such as famines, such as other pandemics, and we have seen God bring good out of all that bad, and we keep moving forward. And yeah, there's a lot of pain and heartache, but we don't cease to stop. Like, things don't stop. He helps us get through. So I think he's still in control.
Okay. But speaking personally, can you speak into how you feel that God might help you through the situation?
Sure. I mean, I've been, personally, I've been definitely struggling in waves of some anxiety and stress, and wondering, I think that one of the biggest hurdles for me to get over right now is this: we don't know you just don't know how long this is going to last, right? And so that brings a lot of anxiety. But God has been, all I can say is that as I've taken time to pull away from Facebook, pull away from the news articles, and maybe open my Bible or maybe just sit and pray, like I have just sensed this peace come over me that I can only say is from God, because I've just been in my own self panicking, I guess you could say, at least within my head. But when I've dedicated time to pull away from all that and give it to God, all I can say is just this peace has come over me that I'm okay right now, my family's okay right now, and we're just going to keep moving forward one day at a time.
Is that a kind of a one-time permanent peace that's come over, or do you think you might need to, at certain points,
Right.
head back into the prayer zone and
Yeah, I mean, okay, so yeah, definitely I think I need to keep going back and praying. But it has been cool, I will say. So today's Friday.
Don't break the illusion. It is Friday.
It is Friday, right? And I would say that at least in the past few days, I have sensed the peace like lasting longer, right? Like God is helping, and He's making me stronger in that way. There's less freak out moments. There's less stressful moments. So. But I still definitely need to keep going back.
And are there any like key Bible verses that you think might be helpful for people to hear?
Yeah. So there's 2 Psalms that I've been focusing on. One because we just sang it, but the 23rd Psalm, that God's our shepherd and we shall not want. Just even that first line, like dwelling on that. It doesn't say God's my shepherd, I shall not want unless a worldwide pandemic comes. It's God's my shepherd, I shall not want, full stop, right? So just dwelling on that, and we actually worked with our kids through Psalm 23 on Sunday for our family church.
Yeah.
And then also in one of our bigger kind of stressful moments Kelly and I had, God gave her Psalm 91.
Okay.
That God's our refuge, right? And so really just dwelling on whether I'm here in Uganda, whether I'm back in the States, or stuck somewhere else, in the world, that He is there and He can be my refuge. He wants to be my refuge in this time.
Sure. Yeah, another psalm that I've been reflecting on is Psalm 27, which is, "The Lord is my light and salvation."
Nice, yeah.
Which shall I fear? And then it ends, I know that I will see the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living. And it's like, look to the Lord.
Right.
So that's been quite helpful for me.
Yeah, that's good.
So there's one of the problems with this idea of God being in control, because you're talking a lot about peace and protection and shelter and all of that, but control is a funny old word, isn't it?
It is.
And it can lead you to think that maybe God's like some scientist or something, like
right.
organizing it, or some like warlord or something like that, controlling all the pieces and even responsible for the virus itself that we're all struggling with. And those are really complicated things. I wonder if you have any thoughts on the idea of like control.
Sure. Yeah, it is a tricky word for sure, and there's no cut and dry way to explain it. I mean, that we need to be clear about that right from the get-go. So just the things that I've been thinking over the last couple of days, like, number one, I firmly believe that God's our creator. So there's this, he created everything, so that in itself shows you He has control. This is His creation. He holds it. We can sing that little kid song, He's got the whole world in His hands, right? I mean, I don't
think it goes like that,
okay.
The tune anyway.
The tune. I'm making it up. It's been a while. So anyway, he that sense that He's creator, he holds the world in His hands. And I believe so again, it's hard. Let me see. I don't think that God will allow anything to happen that he can't handle, that he can't use for his good, for his end game, right? And so, don't really want to. I mean, who knows? We can't say this is definitely sent from God or this is definitely not sent from God. You and I don't know that. We're not God. But what I firmly believe is that God was not surprised by it.
Okay.
And that God is and will continue to use it for his end goal, which is redemption, which is that people would come to him. I think we're hearing some stories already of how the church is being worldwide. The church is being very creative in their ministry and reaching out to people.
Sure.
And I want to believe that that's having an impact that would have not happened if this had not happened.
So would you say that God is somehow in the situation?
In the situation. Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Okay.
So you want more information?
How do you think God may be actually in? If you're talking about worldwide,
Sure.
thousands of people.
Yeah.
Affected.
Yeah. I think he is helping. So I believe that he is helping those who are making decisions, whether that's medically, looking for vaccine, looking for medication that will help. I believe that he's helping those who are hurting, those who are suffering in the sickness, and being a comfort. I believe that he's helping those like me who have moments of anxiety, and showing up just to give peace and calm assurance. How's that sound?
Sounds great. And I would say that we can probably leave it there because this is a long discussion that has opened up more questions than answers.
Sure.
Of course, your answers were very helpful.
Thank you. I hope so.
There's a lot more that could be said. And I don't want to be here for hours, although
Right.
I know that you people would love hearing Mr. Josh speak for hours and hours.
Doubtful.
And write and tell us. So thanks for now, Mr. Josh.
Thank you, Andrew. Or Mr. Andrew. Do we still have to use that?
You know you're Mr. Josh.
I know. All right. Thank you. We're praying for you guys. We'll see you.
Oh, for your endless mercy follows me. Your goodness will lead